I currently have 7 income streams as a content creator, so I'm going to walk you through what each of those income streams are, how I got into them, and how you can start earning money from them too. For those who have never seen my face before, hello, I'm Gabriella. I'm a 22-year-old personal finance content creator who's currently on a sabbatical year, so is using content creation as a form of income. So I've been creating content inconsistently on and off for the last 3 years probably. I've only actually started making proper money in it over the last few months. And it's crazy, it sort of went to nothing to suddenly a full-time income. Now when people think of content creators or influencers, but I absolutely despise that word, so I avoid it at all costs, they usually think of brand deals being the only source of income that they have. For much larger content creators, this is probably true. I mean, some people are getting paid like 50k for one video, so they probably can just get brand deals and be happy with it. So unfortunately for me, because I do still have a relatively small audience, brand deals aren't as frequent as other creators, and also they don't pay as much as other creators, so I have to diversify my income streams a little bit to get me a bit of safety. So what being a personal finance content creator means is posting content about my personal finance journey. So whether this be talking about investing, saving, side hustles, income, budgeting, anything basically to do with money and my personal experience, I share online for people to critique or get inspiration from. It really varies. So nonetheless, we'll get started with the video. We'll start from my smallest earning income stream and then make my way up to my highest income. So income stream number 1 is from one-on-one calls. So I've had an influx of people into my DMs asking me questions, asking how to get started with something, asking for an audit on their social media pages, having so many different questions. And although I'm very happy to help people in my DMs, there's just so many questions for so many different people, I can't get around to it all. So I decided to set up a one-on-one call service where basically someone pays me for half an hour or an hour of my time and we can talk through any of the questions they have. This can be tricky being someone in the personal finance area because I have to make it very clear that I'm not offering financial advice. But a lot of the time these calls aren't usually about investments anyway, and if someone does mention in their initial DM, I just tend to not take their calls and say that I'm happy to just talk to them through DMs anyway. So these calls have ranged in different prices. They started at £20 and I've increased them to £40 I think. And people may think this is a little bit stingy, but to me, my time is really precious, and especially with these types of calls, I like to put in a lot of effort for preparing for them. So for example, I had a call with someone a few weeks ago who was looking to increase their following and get more brand deals. So I did a full audit of their current Instagram page. I also then recommended improvements they can make, made a list and researched a load of different affiliate products and links that they could include in their content. So as well as that half an hour call, it also took me like an hour or two of preparation behind it. So when you put that down to cost per hour, it actually levels out at sort of minimum wage. And remember, your girl gets taxed as well, so I've got to put that into consideration. So for these one-on-one calls, I use Standstore. Standstore is brilliant because before Standstore, I used to use an app called Calendly, and then I also used to use Linktree for all of my links, and I was paying 2 separate subscriptions for both of those, but actually Standstore does both of those things and more, and it's under one subscription. So if you're looking to become a content creator, I highly recommend using Standstore for the links in your bio and for anything else you're trying to sell. And I've got a referral code in my bio if you want to check it out, but no pressure. Okay, so second income stream is from digital products. I recently made a video that absolutely flopped. I don't know why it flopped so badly, on how I created a digital product. Literally 3 simple steps I did to do this. If you don't know what a digital product is, it is basically, it's a product you sell online, but you never actually sell physical stock. Anything you sell, for example, a colouring book or an information book or a course or something, they buy it as a digital product. They don't actually receive anything. So they usually end up downloading it to their laptop or phone, whatever, and that's how they view it. This is an amazing passive income stream because there is absolutely no cost to me other than my time when making it, because I'm not risking any money on physical stock, it's all online. And because I use Standstore, I don't have to pay for fees or anything such as Etsy. I just pay for a monthly subscription for everything. So I'm currently selling a digital ebook on 50 weird and easy side hustles. And this is my only product at the moment, but I am looking to create more digital products as that demand comes in. Okay, number 3 is creator funds. So primarily TikTok and YouTube. I've only started YouTube like a month ago, so I'm not actually making anything yet, but one day I'm sure we will. And TikTok. So TikTok creator fund used to be really bad. Like you'd get like £10 a month or something. I've actually been making a steady £100 a month from this. Yes, it's not groundbreaking, but I just look at it as a little bit of pocket money, and again, another income stream that I can somewhat rely on. This is great as well because even if I haven't posted anything that month, I can still get income from views from videos from previous months. So mostly anyone can join a creator fund. You do have to have at least 10k followers on TikTok. There's actually 2 different ways you can make money from the creator rewards program. First one is just for standard generic views, and I actually don't get a lot from this. I think I made like £10 last month or something. But then the second one is for additional rewards. And this basically rewards creators on more high quality content. So I don't know how they judge this, but if the algorithm or TikTok classes your video as high quality, they will pay you an extra bonus on top of your performing videos. And you only get money for videos above 1 minute long. Next is UGC. I haven't actually done much UGC recently, but back in the day, UGC was one of the first ways I started making money as a content creator. So UGC stands for user generated content, and it's basically an organic way of brands marketing their product or service by getting creators to make videos by themselves, and they send it over to the brand to upload on their own page. So for example, I did a deal for Holland & Barrett not long ago, and they gave me a brief on what videos they wanted. They sent me the products, I made the videos, and instead of posting that content on my own social media, I sent the videos back to them and they posted it on the Holland & Barrett social medias. You do tend to receive less money for these videos in comparison to brand deals, but that's because you're not utilizing the size of your audience to get the views. But it is a great way to top up income, and I tend to charge a base rate of £250, and then there's plenty of different things you can add on to that, such as ad usage, raw footage, different types of hooks, different call to actions, product or service photography. There's loads you can add on to those base rates to up the price. UGC doesn't necessarily have anything to do with personal finance, but my income as a content creator is not strictly centered around personal finance, but that's just what my own personal account is. My next income stream is social media management. So social media management is what's written on the tin. It is where you are paid to manage a social media account for a brand, a person, a company, anything. My most recent video was speaking about how you can get into social media management, so if you want an in-depth video on that, you can go check that out. But it's so simple to get into, even if you have no experience, so yeah, highly recommend checking out that video if you can. So I used to do this for 2 restaurants and I charged £1,100 per month, which sounds like a lot, but for the work I was doing, it was definitely not enough money. That's probably my fault for overworking and undercharging. And yeah, it really depends on what package you're offering as to what you can charge. And I quite liked social media management because it was quite a monthly retainer thing. It's not necessarily like a one-off deal where you get your money and then you don't have anything next month. It's a nice way to rely on a steady income. Right, we're getting into the juicy ones now. Number 6 is brand deals, the one everyone likes to talk about. So a brand deal, as you'll probably know, is when a brand pays you to make a video or a carousel or whatever and post it on your social media account. Brands usually reach out to creators who have an engaged audience or have a large following and get consistent views or even post consistently. So there's 3 different ways I can get brand deals. The first way is through my creator agency I'm with, which is TapLab, which is a creator agency that manages educational content creators. So if they have a brand reaching out to them to say, can you pitch us 4 different creators that can fit our campaign, they may put me forward for that brand deal, and then if I get it, obviously I get paid. So I've had to do absolutely nothing but still getting a brand deal just because I'm with this agency. The second way is through inbound. So if I'm creating content and a brand likes it and they think, oh, we want to partner with her, they can DM me and then we can negotiate a rate from there. Or the third way is through outbound. So I actively reach out to a brand and say, I love your brand, I love your product or service, can I please have a brand deal? But very simply, I'm a lot more professional than that. When it comes to negotiating rates, as I said, some of these offers come through my agency, so I don't have anything to do with the negotiation. I tend to start at a base rate of £1,000 for a video, and then usually the brand will either say yes or drop it down from there. If they do drop it down, there is a certain flexibility I give because I do understand that not all brands have the budget. And also, as I am trying to build a steady income, I'd rather be paid something than nothing, as long as it doesn't take up too much of my time. So for example, the other day I had a brand reach out and I said my base rate for one video is £1,000. They said they usually charge £400, but because they want to work with me, they'll put it up to £600. They also wanted ad usage on top of this, which you are meant to charge a 20 to 30% base rate for. So I then went back and said, okay, let's do 20% of that base rate. Let's go up to 720. And then we somehow met in the middle at 700. That is an example of how you can go back and forth with a client. So yeah, I was very happy with that. I'm relatively new to negotiating and I'm not very good at negotiating in the past because I am a bit of a people pleaser and I do usually put other people's happiness before my own, even if it's a brand with £1 million a year revenue. But I am learning to push back more and hold my ground and learn to say no even when I want to do something because I know I'm being massively undercharged. So with brand deals, I've been a little bit strategic here because, as I said at the beginning of the video, brand deals tend to come and go. Some months you may have loads, some months months, you may have like none at all. So with one of my main brands I work with, it was just on a commission only rate. But I've recently negotiated a certain amount of content for a flat fee plus commission. So it is a lot more work for me because I have to actually actively post videos about them every month. It does mean I get a guaranteed income with that. So that's one way that I'm still getting brand deals, but I've made it a bit more of a stable income. And last but not least, the big boy is affiliate marketing. Now, I think affiliate marketing has only recently actually become really popular with creators because I think creators are understanding how important it is to diversify your income streams. And I think brands as well are understanding the power of affiliate programs. For those who don't know what an affiliate program is, it's basically I promote a product or service, and then if someone from my audience signs up to that service or buys the product from a link or a code I give them, I get a commission. So different brands I've worked with on this is Trading 212, eToro, Amazon, Amex, Monzo. Some of these are direct contracts, which I've actually agreed with the brand at a commission rate, and then others are literally just flat fees and anyone can sign up to them. Even if you have no social media followers, for example, you can become an Amazon affiliate. You just have to sign up to their program. So yeah, affiliate marketing can really range on how much you get. It can be literally as little as 20p. For example, if I sell a pack of pens on Amazon or something, I might get a 20p commission, and it can go up to as much as £70 if I refer someone to an Amex card, for example. But that £70 isn't set, that's just what I've translated from points into pounds. So I've been consistently earning about £1,500 to £2,000 a month over the last few months from affiliate marketing. It's actually crazy. One of my biggest months from affiliate marketing was actually a month where I hadn't posted at all because I was traveling, and that affiliate income came purely from my past videos that people were rewatching in that month. So honestly, one of the best passive income streams you can have as a creator. So those are my 7 current/past income streams. But the other income streams I'm also trying to work on at the moment, away from personal finance per se, is firstly content strategy. So offering small, medium and large businesses content strategy, an audit of their accounts, and also doing more videography. Videographing events such as brand events, maybe finance events, maybe houses for real estate agents, potentially restaurants who have opened up a new location or want a current video of their current offerings. You know, it could be absolutely anything. Oh, another one actually as well is public speaking. I really want to get into more public speaking, especially as a young woman in a very large male-dominated finance space. So public speaking at public events is definitely something I'm trying to get into a bit more. So yeah, that is the video. I hope that made sense. I hope that was helpful. Please do reach out if you have any questions or any other videos you want in the future. But yeah, I do look forward to seeing you in the next video, and I hope you enjoyed.